Kuningi one, it's happening. I did it. Like it's insane. Head on, like facing my demons.
Yeah, that's the one.
I have worked on this and it is mine. Context is lyrics lapha uhamba ne-vibe house wakudla. So I won Vodacom Next Level. I started at UKZN, did my degree, Bachelor of Arts degree. I moved to Joburg, figured life out. I won this amazing, cool competition, which changed my life. But then COVID hit, and as an artist, life was tricky. It was hard, man. It was difficult. And in that year, my career being difficult, I did fall pregnant also. In that same year, I did get married also, again the following year. But a lot in that time changed. I also moved to KZN in that time. Like big pizzazela, man. Like big piece. Like, yeah. Big piece. So, also in that time, I did find myself in a very dark place. Very depressed, struggling a lot emotionally, struggling a lot mentally, and just coming to terms with a lot of things, facing myself like head on, like facing my demons and being honest with myself, being honest with who I am, what I want with my life, what I want with my career, who am I, what's my purpose. One. Yeah, it was a very dark time in my life. I'm a big advocate for mental health now, and I feel a lot of times during that time, I did not fully even understand anything about mental health, and I had to learn through myself. Not cute. So during that time, I journaled a lot, wrote a lot of music, converted my journal entries to music, to songs. And yeah, eventually I got to a point where I was like, this is really great. This is something I can actually compile and share. So I somehow crossed paths again with great pianist, Somesh Mashilwani, pianist from Durban, who happened also had been my lecturer when I was still in varsity. And, I was listening to his music. He was releasing a lot of albums. And I thought, this person could produce my album. We spoke, we had a lot of meetings over the phone and just like discussing what I thought, emails back and forth. And eventually I was like, okay, I think we're in a good space. Let's meet.
Just do the two.
So my alternate.
One bottom
And the other one.
Two high.
Let's try.
Okay. So
the first few sessions, it was just me really explaining what I want, my vision, the kind of artist I am, the kind of message I want to convey with my album. A lot I did discover along the way in the process of making the album, but I also did explain to him what I had up here and up and here.
I feel like, you're my friend. When I talk about you in interviews, so I work with my good friend, Mesh Mashilwani. So, it's a bit depressing. In a good way.
Context is lyrics lapha wahamba ne-vibe house wakudla nayo. Okay.
So manje asambe 3 2.
Nkosi yami. And you know, the more I expressed what I had envisioned for myself, the more confident I also became in my project. We met for sessions, and I mean, singing is not easy, guys. Like, singing is not easy. It was a big challenge, you know, going through the music, you know, me singing the music to him, and you know, him helping me arrange it, compose it, you know. Like, you know, kuhlanzalazana lento yomculo yazophoxeka. Which else, I got this. Composing is very funny. Sometimes you come there and you don't remember your own music. It's like, girl, you wrote this. So what do you mean? Over and over again, you know, we met, we recorded the music. I would come, we will work on like clean recording. He'd sit with it, have a vision with it, you know, I'd go home. And at that time, I was staying at Richards Bay, and he is in Durban. So a lot of Saturdays in 2023, I spent driving between Richards Bay and I said, Tevin, you know, because I wanted what I wanted. Cool. We did those sessions, a couple of them, you know, back and forth, really scrutinizing the music. And in those process, we were able to pick a band, you know, speak about backings and all of those stuff that could come into play into creating an album. That was great. Eventually, we had a ground project, if I could put it like that, something recorded with just vocals and keys. Early 2024, I had moved back to Joburg. I actually remember I was more, my spirit had lifted, and almost like the music was even making more sense, actually. So I came down from Johannesburg for now the recording of bass and drums. Came down to Durban, we had a studio session. It was an intense studio session. So there was Kobegani Mteto on bass. Riley Giandri on drums. Mfigi recorded this part of the recording. And Simpiwe Chula was there to help with, who also mixed and mastered my album, was there to help with the recording of this process. And it was amazing, you know, to see things come into life. And at the same breath, you know, this is also getting very stressful for me, because I could see it's coming to life. I'm stressed. Is it gonna come out the way I want it to come out? It was a lot. But I'm so glad I actually came and witnessed that, because so that process was really vital. And we came back and set with the music again. Now the next part of creating music for me, for this part, was now to add the color. So backing vocals.
Over and over and over again.
Over and over and over again. Yeah, that's the one.
Horns. Guitar. Percussions, all that good stuff. It's fun now, kumnandi, you know. But yeah, I was not yet like fully happy with my vocals at that time. but the structure was there. So let's get everybody in. So we did backing vocals, Abo Menzi, they did a great job. Like, it's sounding tops. So we did that. Trumpet with Sianda Zulu. He features on 2 songs, if I'm not mistaken. And then Mash came to Joburg. And then we did percussions with Babkale. That was also magical. Like, I enjoyed that session like so much. You just put so much color and it's so beautiful. I can't. We had that session with Babkale. It was amazing. There's also Frank on guitar and Joel on guitar also, and I lost my mind. But yeah, at that point, there's a lot of vocal things, after a lot of things had been added, that I was like, okay, I want to do this, I want to fix this.
Do we keep the voices there, or we take?
I want to add more of this, I want to have this, I was getting inspired to flow, so yeah, I redid a lot of stuff that I'd done already in my project. I added some color there and there. I really pumped it in. And from that moment, it was post-production. At some point, Mash came to Joburg. We sat down, we spoke. This is now post-recording, what really this music means. The amount of writing I've done for this project, my goodness. I think that's why I can yappity so much at interviews, because I have done so much writing, so much conceptualizing, so much content, so much gift of life, into so much praying. Because that's the other beautiful thing about my album. It has a lot of influences. That's the word I'm looking for, from Abo Mambusi, Abo Brenda Fassie, BB1. Like, there is an electrical, and I'm so proud. Like, I couldn't be more prouder of a project than I am of my own. It's aesthetic. The thing that I must say is that there's a lot of vulnerability in this project. And, one could debate that you're not just opening yourself up to the world for them to conclude about you. Girl, it's okay. But take the music, take it to heart, let it heal you. Allow it to change your life. Allow it to transform you. Allow it to have impact in your life. Allow yourself to receive healing. Allow yourself to breathe, to be you, to give yourself second chances, to be loved, to have grace on yourself, to have hope that there's going to be light, things are going to be okay. Like, allow yourself just to be. In whatever circumstance, or whatever it is that, at that time you're going through, even in exciting moments, always remember to breathe. Gabon.